On this video, I'm going to talk about conditioning. Before I talk about conditioning, I'm going to give a little introduction. And prior to the introduction, I'm going to send out blessings to everybody watching this video, viewing this video, wherever it may be, whether it's on WhatsApp or it's on YouTube or wherever you're viewing this video. I'm showering you with blessings, abundance, tranquility, prosperity, and happiness. I hereby send out blessings. And I'm showering you with my blessings, wherein I send you happiness, tranquility, abundance, and empowerment, self-empowerment. How does that feel? Great. With that out of the way, with that amazing blessing which I sent you out of the way, let's get into it. Conditioning. Prior to me talking about this concept of conditioning, I'm going to introduce the topic. A short introduction on the topic. People might get the impression that when I say that conditioning is problematic, people might get the impression that somehow we are a victim of others who have conditioned us to believe, think, and act the way we do. And that's not my intention at all. I don't believe in blaming anybody for our situation. I don't believe in blaming anybody for our predicaments. And I don't believe in blaming our schooling and the parenting we got as children growing up, etc., etc. Such an approach wherein people blame their schooling, blame the conditioning which was placed upon them, just keeps them in a very low energetic place. So that's why I said I'm going to give you an introduction on this topic of conditioning, because conditioning means that you could grow from a place of realizing the conditioning you got, from a place of realizing that the conditioning which you believed was part of you, to now realize that you could grow with abundance and share that abundance in every area of your life with yourself and the people around you. What is conditioning? What does it mean, conditioning? Conditioning means, for instance, we believe we have to be perfect. We believe somebody else has to approve of our decisions. We believe that when we speak our truth, somebody has to say, yeah, I agree. We believe that somebody else has to press a like, especially nowadays with Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, where the likes are like so important to everybody. We've reached a place whereby conditioning is getting worse and worse in some ways. But obviously the spiritual path is becoming a lot more mainstream than it used to be. So that's what conditioning literally means. We condition ourselves upon the approval of others, upon the likes of others, upon the consent of others. I think it's worth noting that when you speak your truth, when you express your truth, and somebody doesn't approve of it, somebody becomes reactionary because of it, and you see them angry, frustrated, in a state of aghast, you realize once you let go of conditioning that that's just their past trauma expressing itself. When you realize that it's somebody else's past trauma expressing itself, when they express frustration, anger, and upset at you for being yourself, for being your independent self, you hence get off the ground to a better place. Like I said in this introduction, you want to empower yourself? Realize that conditioning is something which you have placed upon yourself. Don't rely on somebody else, and don't call yourself a past victim if you want to recover from past conditioning. You want to recover from past conditioning? become independent minded, become totally dependent on yourself, love yourself, care for yourself, think for yourself, realize yourself, notice yourself, and get yourself off as a result to a better place. Today, I thought to myself, I need to look after myself better. I need to care for myself better. I was looking at various different restaurants I'm going to be taking myself off to next week. It's planned for next week. I was looking at various different restaurants I plan on taking myself off to, and I was getting quite excited. I felt really good. I also cooked myself a very nice meal. It felt good cooking a meal. I felt like I was doing for myself. I was conditioning myself to realize I condition myself. I'm independent. I'm my own best parent. I am my own best parent. We are our own best parent when we take notice of ourselves. But if we neglect ourselves, if we think that our essence, our being, the core of our being is dependent on somebody else's approval, we hence get to a place where we're in a state of conditioning which we could control. You're always within the the paramountable reins of your own control. I think the word is paramountable. Or is it the control is yours. You hold the steering wheel at all times. When you realize that you hold your steering wheel at all times, you realize that the power is on you. The onus is on you. You know, I must say that for years, I didn't really cook many meals. For years, I struggled to love myself. I found it hard. And I grappled with it until I realized that if I'm not going to love myself from a deep, deep place from within, how the hell is somebody else going to love me? If I don't care for myself, if I don't look after myself, if I don't cook for myself, if I don't plan to take myself out to nice restaurants, caring for myself, taking myself out to watch nice movies, taking myself off to good places, good vacations, etc., etc., how the hell is somebody else going to like me? How the hell is somebody else going to see my good, my inner qualities, my abundance, my strength, my resilience, and my courage? Part of why I was abused in my past was because I didn't look after myself properly. I didn't take care of myself properly. And whilst that is rapidly changing, still not there yet. And I will have no problem admitting it. You won't catch Jessica Madden denying the facts, denying the truth. I have no problem being vulnerable about it either, because it's worth it. So if you could admit that you haven't been taking care of yourself, or you haven't been taking care of yourself enough, realize that that's your strength. A vulnerability is a strength, not vice versa. Let go of past conditioning and feel your strength from a deep, deep place from within. A deep, deep place from within. And hence become empowered. See the little heart on the bottom of the word empower? I quite well mean that. Become empowered and then you'll own your own heart. Become empowered and then you'll gain the heart of others. Become empowered and you'll hence let go of conditioning. Powerful stuff, right? It is. I've said this so many times before and I'll say it again. You cannot love yourself and judge another at the same time. If you're judgmental towards somebody else, if you're not kind towards somebody else, if you ignore somebody who you used to be interested in, It's because your heart has yet to recover from past trauma. It's hard to hear, let's face it. It's hard to hear it. It's hard to face up to it. It's hard to internalize it. But we want to let go of past conditioning, right? So why not do it? Let's let go of past conditioning and let's get off to a greater place wherein we become empowered, wherein we find our powers from within us, empowered, owning our own hearts, owning our own destiny with the grace of God through God's amazing kindness and abundance. Did you enjoy today's video? Smash the like button and drop a comment in the comment section down below. I'm so grateful for the amazing commenters the last few days. Mike and Beth, two amazing people who have taught me so much about my life. Thank you. Smash the like button, press the subscribe button, and a little bell notification next to it if you haven't already. And remember, you could empower yourself by conditioning yourself to your own conditioning, not being dependent on somebody else's conditioning. Letting go of past state of victimhood. And also remember what I spoke about yesterday on my video yesterday wherein I spoke about what I learned from what victims go through, what I learned from what a past abuser went through. Obviously, I want you to get over any state of victimhood you might be in. Absolutely. I believe in empowerment, being empowered. But I learned what that victim on that TV series did in order to get past his trauma, and what his oppressor, his bully, his molester taught him when he faced him. Powerful stuff. Check out my video from yesterday. It's a powerful, powerful lesson. Have a great day. Wishing you high vibes, high frequency, abundance and happiness and prosperity. Sending you lots and lots of blessings. I love you.